So how do you complete the course is, go through each of the modules. But here is what I would, I would kind of make you understand. The course is divided into three parts. The first part is page one. Anything that you see as core modules, from adverse drug reactions to all the way to safety databases. These are 13 modules or are core modules. They're all taught in the classes. So if you want to do your interviews very well, number one, and number two, if you want to understand the other modules in a very comprehensive way, you need to understand these modules. Now, you don't need to do it right now. Let it go through the natural course with whatever you're doing with the this month we're going to complete Argus. Next month we're going to go into core modules. So let the natural the course continue, and take time in going through the classes that you are attending right now. But when you get into core modules, just make sure you pay a little more attention to this, because these are really the interview substance. Your questions, your basics of pharmacovigilance will actually come from this 13. And in above 13, there are some self-learning modules. There's absolutely no chance for you guys to understand or to memorize pharmacovigilance. You're memorizing something, you're doing something wrong. You may have to work hard to remember certain terms and concepts, but you don't really need to memorize anything. So all these self-learning modules, history of pharmacovigilance, need of pharmacovigilance, definitions, drug development process, GCP guidelines, GBP guidelines, all these are self-learning. So just go through it, at like kind of going through a newspaper kind of thing for the first time. Understand as much as you can, but again, you're not supposed to memorize it. And you can do it, all self-learning modules that you see on page one, you can do it at your own pace. There's no time limit to it. You can do it whenever you want. But that's what the core modules are meant for. We'll cover all of them. And when you get into interviews, when you get into job placements, if you have to focus on revising the content faster, these are the 13 modules. That is why they are in sequence. I would like you to be very well versed with this 13 modules before you get on any interview. Now, the last thing is the second page. Second page is all Argus. So Argus takes bulk of your training. As you can see, we take 1 month to do it. But in the interview, it will give you confidence in speaking very clearly about the interview answers. So don't take it lightly. At the same time, don't spend too much of your time and effort in processing cases just because you're having Argus. I was talking to you in the class today. Don't take too much time into Argus and Argus case processing, logging into Argus, getting a source document, typing the name of the patient and all those things. Don't waste your time in Argus. It's not meant for you to learn it right now. You'll have access to this material. You'll have access to Argus for 6 months. I had students who got a job and then they started practicing Argus cases. So that is the way that you need to think about how effectively you can strategize into doing the course much effectively, getting a job, and then doing Argus case processing if you have to. And after Argus case processing, there are a lot of self-learning modules, as you can see: query generation, quality control, CAPA, vendor management, and all those things going into the third one. So these are all self-learning, and this course is never perfect. We're going to keep adding modules based on the job descriptions, but this will be static. This will not going to change. So if I'm going to add, or if we are going to add any new modules, it is only going to be after ICSR basics or product quality concerns. So you're going to see something here so that the list goes on based on the job descriptions. None of these topics are more than an hour long. They're probably like snippets of 15-20 minutes based on what you're doing, based on what you understood in the core modules. Now, once you are done with all this, as I said, mark complete. How do you complete the course? Once you hit mark complete, you basically go to the final assessment. You take the final assessment. You need to get 80% right. And of course, the admin will see your backend and she knows whether you're completed it or not. So once you complete the final assessment, once you say mark complete, here it says 19% complete. So once you hit mark complete to every module and the assignment, module, assignment, module, assignment. So once you hit all of them, it will say 68 out of 68 complete, or whatever is the number, 70 out of 70 complete. Once it is complete, you take the final assessment. Even for discussion boards, even for success stories, just hit mark complete. It's not like you need to go through each success story. It's not like every discussion board you need to kind of go over it. It is just for there for you to learn something. If you can pick up something from the discussion boards, if you can pick up something from some success story of some other student, great. But if you are like kind of understanding the whole spiel of it, just hit mark complete and take the final assessment towards the end of the course whenever you think that is. And once you're done with it, send an email to students at MediPharm Solutions saying that I did my final assessment, I scored so and so, I need my certificate of completion. We try to do it very technically, all those things, but I said it's not about the certificate that they are doing this course. So I want to keep it simple. So I told students to just drop an email to students at MediPharm Solutions saying that you have done your final assessment, you have completed it, and it's about 80% or whatever percentile that comes out. And then with your full name as it appears on the certificate. And the admin will actually go at the back end and look at your account. She knows how many modules you completed. She knows the score. She knows all those things. She's going to verify that. And then she's going to send you the certificate with the credits and everything. All these modules will be printed out on your certificate. Like one will be the certificate of for advanced drug safety and pharmacovigilance. The second one would be all the credits. So you kind of anyone can know what you have done to achieve the certification. So this is the textbook. I don't prefer that you read the whole textbook, but just if you have to have a reference book, you can just go to Cobert's manual, which is edition 3 right now. You can get it on even on Amazon. The same thing. I think it's like third edition now. You can pick up the edition, but do not read 400 pages of book and then say I'm ready for interviews. It's useless. It is just like something that you can refer. If you need a term or if you need some terminology, you can just go through the book, read around it, so you can kind of get some knowledge regarding the term that you wanted the meaning for. But don't read cover to cover and highlight it and all those things. That's not recommended. So once you're done with this, that's how you get certification. That's my completion and certification that I covered. And once you are certified, once you are done with your certification, what do you do? That's in the next video. So